Right, here we are at Mount Taylor in Far East Gippsland for round one of the Kona Victorian Downhill Mountain Bike Series. Now this is a series that has really taken off in Australia in the last few years, and we're going to capture all the action here for SBS Cycling Central. Club here, Gippsland Mountain Bike Incorporated, we're all volunteers and we've put many man hours into this, and especially Dirt Art, they've come on board and helped us out and get this trail up to scratch so it'll really challenge every rider. Alright, the track here at Mount Taylor is a double black diamond downhill. The race is straight out of the start gate. We're going to come down to the first feature called the Rock and Roller. This is a really steep A-line with some rocks down at the bottom. And then they've got to pedal their little hearts out straight down to the top double and gap over that. We're going to get over to a road crossing, down into the waterfall and a section called the Salmon Rocks. We're going to then head down to the Bomb Hole and the Rock Slab Lander into the Cabbage Patch. After the Cabbage Patch, we've got the Monster Double. Now this is a huge jump. Riders have the opportunity of hitting the B-line, or they can just go right around the C-line, avoiding it altogether. Heading down spring towards the finish line, we have the Dam Jump Sender. This is right towards the finish line where the riders will power over the line for a red hot finish. Before the action starts, let's go and meet one of the teams up close and personal. Right, here we are at the Kona Factory team tent with Ty McLean, team manager, mate. You've been around the scene for a hell of a long time and absolutely stoked that Kona has come on board for 3 years.
It's taken 8 years to get to this point. We started the team in 2004 and we've been running the team ever since, and we like to give the young guys and girls a go, and particularly the girls, they seem to get left out a bit. So we've pretty much had girls on our team every year since 2004. We've seen when they're so young and they're nervous and they've got no idea, and then they learn about nutrition and warming up and warming down and stretching and bike setup and all that stuff, and that's what it takes to be a complete athlete in this sport. Every track's different. Some tracks are pedalier, some tracks got big booters or G-outs, and so you've got to adjust the suspension for that and the tyres and the pressures, and that's another aspect of the sport. That's what makes it so much fun, and so anything can happen on the day because there's so many variables.
Sitting here with Dean Lucas. He's just come fresh off the World Cup. He's had some pretty fantastic results. So what are you thinking, Dean?
Yeah, I feel pretty good coming to this race. Feel fit and feel ready, and the track's pretty good. It's a bit loose, but no, I'm enjoying it and having fun on the hill. Pretty big jumps on the track, and they're fun to get sideways over, and there's some good rock gardens and a bit of pedaling as well, so it's got a bit of everything.
Just recapping on your World Cup, what was some of the best memories for you?
I reckon the best memory was probably when I first qualified at the World Cup, because the first two I ended up crashing and hurting myself and then just missing out. So when I finally qualified, I was pretty happy with that, and just kind of finally break through and get into the field was pretty good.
No worries, we'll catch back up with Dean Lucas at the end of the day and see how he performs. Cheers, mate.
Man.
Sarah Booth from New South Wales, 2 weekends ago taking out the state championship. Tell us what's going on.
I've come back from a pretty nasty accident last year, and I've spent most of this year training and getting fit, worrying about, I suppose, my body first, and then getting on the bike.
The bikes are looking really rad. Like, you made any changes to your setups here?
Ty's hooked me up with some race-based handlebars. I'm looking at upgrading to the 2013 Supreme Operator, and the bikes are looking really, really neat and tidy. They just ride so well. Nothing worse than not having confidence in your bike, and you're coming down a track like this and you're hitting rocks, rock gardens and jumps, and the bike's just taking it. People sometimes say that I'm a bit crazy doing what I do, but I hurt myself more playing football than I do racing bikes, and you know what? I love the sport. It's a great way to see the country, and I tell you what, we've got something pretty special down here.
It's great to talk to you, mate, and I wish you all the best, and I hope you grab a slice of that $50,000.
Thank you.
Sitting with Tegan Moy, 16 years old, freshly joining the team, second at state champs in New South Wales, just behind Boothie, we just spoke to. How is it? Tell us about what's going on with your career.
It's really good to be part of the Kona Factory team this year, just in that team environment and having all the support from Kona.
You just said you went to Crankworks. How was it?
Dad and I went over for 3 weeks and just rode. It was really good. I did the Canadian Open, the G-Pair and the Garbanzo.
Got anything to say for your fans?
I'd just like to thank everyone for following me and supporting me.
No worries, we'll follow you all the way to the finish line. Good job. Sitting here with Connor Fearon, fresh off the World Cup and third at World Champs, mate. Spectacular. How was it for you?
Yeah, it was a pretty good experience. The World Champs especially, to come home with a medal was just pretty much a dream come true. I mean, I didn't win, but felt pretty damn amazing anyway, so definitely happy with it.
So, you're starting to rack up some trophies, mate, and you've been getting a heap of top steps here at the Kona Victorian Downhill Mountain Bike Series. I just love it that you keep turning up, mate. What do you think of the scene?
Oh yeah, I mean it's awesome. Like that's why I keep coming. The big race is over and done with for the year, so I mean I'm just riding with my friends, having fun. I could get a flat tire on my run, and I'd go home with a smile on my face still. So yeah, that's why I still come out.
So what's the sort of favourite feature for you at the moment?
Favourite bit of the track's probably the cabbage patch rock riding. It's just pretty cool to bomb down there, then hit the straight after it. So yeah, it's pretty sick.
All right, so we're about an hour away from qualies. How's it going to be for you out of the gate? What are you thinking as you walk into the gate?
Yeah, just have a good run for qualifying. I mean, there's not really much pressure. A few people get cut out, but if you have a good run, I should be able to get through pretty easy. So.
Looking forward to seeing you up there on the top, dude. Like, have a great one, and it's great to see you back here in Vico. Rounding out the top 10 qualified, Panozzo, Crimmins and Pirabauer on 4.23, New South Welshman Timmy Eaton on 4.20, Connor Fearon in a 4.18, and Liam Panozzo first qualified with a 4.16. And here he is, Dean Lucas on the Kona Factory team, pedalling hard, coming down in the waterfall. Oh, gets a bit loose there, and sending it into the cabbage patch, getting rowdy for the crowd. Hits the last big dam jump, pedals around the final corner, heading to the finish line. How's he going to go? He's got to stop that clock as soon as he can, and he's slid it into fourth place in a 4.17. The number 1 plated rider, Timmy Eaton, hitting the waterfall. He's heading into Cabbage Patch, and he's going to get rowdy for the crowd when he's in there. He was number 1 plated last year for a reason, because he's one of the fastest men on track, hitting the Dirt Art Monster double, sending it down to the finish line. What's he going to do? Tim Eaton, the number 1 plated rider, stops the clock in 5th place with a 4.18. Here he is, Dean Lucas, still in the hot seat. How many riders can he last? Can he get the catch? Man of the moment, Connor Fearon, fresh off World Cups. He had a 3rd at the World Championships. He has got the style and the pace through that cabbage patch. The crowd just absolutely in awe of this guy's speed. He's pedaling it down to the last part of the finish line, pedaling hard to the course. He's digging deep. What's he going to do when he crosses the line? Oh, gives it a bit of style for the crowd. He stops the clock. First place with a 4.15. Joe Vivoda, the big muscle man from Bredbo, New South Wales. He is absolutely going to send those legs down the trail into the waterfall, sending it around in HD quality, into the cabbage patch, sending it for the crowd. Absolutely dusty in there, pedaling hard to the finish line. Joe Vivoda from Bredbo stops the clock in 4th place with a 4.16. Liam Panozzo, the dark horse on course. He's the last rider on track. Can he topple Connor Fearon for the hot seat? He was the first place qualifier. He is going fast, absolutely sending that giant glory. Hits the bomb hole jump. He's going to be pedaling it hard to the finish line, digging deep. Legs and lungs are burning. Where's he going to stop the clock? It's not going to be good enough. 5th place for Liam Panozzo with a 4.17. Connor Fearon taking the win. The elite men wrapped up by Connor Fearon, followed by Vivoda and Panozzo. Lucas and Eaton were in there as well. Heading over to the Kona Elite Women, we had Boothie taking the spoils, Lovett and Malloy. And that wraps up Mount Taylor. Round 2 will be at Malden on the 10th and 11th of November, hosted by the Wombat Mountain Bike Club. Downhill's not without its dangers. Here's Julian Layton from New Yangs Mountain Bike Incorporated, having a bit of a moment there. Next up, Trevor Sean, one of the Supermasters, plus 50, having a bit of a layover. Max Cruiser in the cabbage patch, stamping his foot down there. Watch out, broken ankles. Mikhail Amundsen laying it over in the waterfall. And crash of the day goes to Scotty Hogan in the cabbage patch. He really ate his vegetables.
You right, man? That's right. No, good. Go, Scotty. Go, mate.